Oddball Show features content intended for mature audiences. If you'd like to view a content warning before listening, please check out the episode description. The views put forth by our hosts and our guest reflect the speaker's opinions and not the official stance of Oddball Foundation. Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, it's Jason from Oddball Magazine, and we are doing the week that was. I am glad to have back Chad Prento. Welcome back, Chad.
Did I technically leave? Did you have another show after I left?
Well, you had one. We had one podcast, Sans Chad, and with Tim, and
it's probably got the most views. All two. Hello.
Well, the Wu-Tang edition was good.
And it was some great work in that. I hope this week that was just as good as the work that was done last week.
I agree. Everything was good that week. That week that was great.
Thank you.
And by the way, we spell was with a Z.
And it was, and the podcast when it's published is a week that was Sans Chad.
Oh God,
that's all we talked about. We talked about our endearing love for you as an editor.
And how you were not there. What would Chad say? We did what would Chad say right now?
Then we dedicated the podcast to our good friend Jeff Teller. That's where you are. You're at the controversial open mic.
Chad keeps us grounded.
He sure does. I'm grounded right now.
I mean, Jason and I, we had no disapproving stares or words when we
just went for it, man.
We just ripped it up.
We just went for it. Also, me and Tim went and saw Bad Shabazz. It was just.
Oh, we're doing movie reviews. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Bad Shabazz. But,
what is that book? What is that?
It was it was either that movie. Or a movie called Sorry Baby, which me and Tim really didn't want to see that. Or
it was about a woman that drops her baby.
Sorry Baby. It would be a great movie if that's what that movie was about.
The whole movie is just her feeling bad about
dropping the baby over and over and over again.
Just apologizing the rest of your life. Sorry, baby.
Sorry, baby, for the life I've created for you.
90 minutes of apologies. It got really good reviews.
Yeah. It's actually, the main song is all apologies.
No, it actually has an arc that in the beginning, like she forgets to change the diaper for hours, and it's sorry, baby, and then there's until she basically eventually kills her.
By the end, she's like, fuck you, baby.
That's not the movie, actually, but it's pretty funny to kind of go off the rails. But we saw Bad Shabbat, and it's a comedy, a murder comedy with from a Jewish perspective at a Shabbat, and I don't know, it just was kind of stupid. And we told a woman outside the theater, Jason and I did, about how we thought the movie was kind of stupid, but she was Jewish, and she said, "You just don't understand Judaism." And I said, "Listen to me. I grew up in New York. I understood. I understood every attempted joke in the movie, and it was just they didn't land."
It gave me hope that I could be maybe one day a bad screenwriter like that person was.
Yeah, I said, "Sorry, baby. Bad Shabbat was a bad movie.
Don't kick the baby."
Kick the baby.
Don't kick the baby.
Don't kick the baby. Bad.
Sorry,
baby.
How's the Boston Marathon planning going?
We're finalizing Carol Weston's spot. She originally agreed to a 7:00 spot, but that's because she was being modest and didn't want to speak up. So we are in the process of trying to get her moved to a different spot. She might take my 2:00 spot. And we'll go from there. But I haven't heard from her family. If I ask her, she'll be like, "Oh no, Chad, I want the 7:00. It's totally fine. It's wonderful." But the family was the one who contacted us and said that she needs to be moved. Oh. So I'm trying to get the family to call me back.
Was Carol Weston
do that impression one more time?
Was Carol Weston and the African Queen, Mr. Honor?
Oh God. No, I don't think she's seen a movie or cinematography since 1964.
I think the last movie she saw was Michael Keaton's Batman. In the theater. It was a delightful movie. It was a delightful.
I am Batman.
Did the Joker ever get up from that street? That's what I was curious about.
I was
I
wondering
never
about
got my
the plot,
answer.
if it would
But
ever.
he's still in other shows,
I
so
don't
I assume he
understand.
did.
How they can fly through the air
When I
and
saw
land
that
on the
Lakers game,
ground.
I was utterly confused.
How can they still be alive after all that accident haberdashery?
Oh,
What if it
God.
was another Batman movie? Why would Bane shoot someone before pushing them out of a plane? It makes sense plot-wise. It's just sensical and just showboating.
Lazy plot. The lazy plot.
Lazy plot.
Lazy plot. Don't kick the baby.
Oh, sorry, baby.
Sorry, baby. I'm sorry, baby.
Is that a line in the movie? Sorry,
No.
No.
It's the other preview that we saw. The real movie, the preview looked like it's two women that went to a writing program together, and there were 5 stages of their life, and one of them, my guess is one of them is going to die, and it's like, sorry, baby, you're dying. But
Sorry, baby, you're dying.
but we just made fun of it. It's a movie about like kicking a baby.
Dead. Don't ever forget our writing sabbatical. I'm glad you wasted your life on a writing degree.
I'm sorry, baby, I dropped you.
You could have cured cancer. By the way,
Sorry, baby, you're an adjunct
I applied
professor.
for graduate admissions to Bridgewater State, but but I recognize that I have to take the MCATs.
Yeah,
and that's expensive. So
not that expensive, is it?
It's $300. So I don't have that. I had to fix my car.
Okay.
So, but I did everything else. I did my transcripts. I did my letter of recommendation. I did my application, and then I found out the MCATs were $300. What a scam!
MCAT. Meow.
Meow.
MCAT. The unbelievable MCATs. Most.
I mean, most likely I'll probably have to take both of them, and that's like $600. So I'll just.
Chad, that was a TV reference. Did you get the show?
Just the two of us.
No, it's not. It's Top Cat. It's a cartoon.
Top Cat.
Most tip top. Top Cat. Top Cat was.
Right.
It was a cartoon that basically was the Bowery Boys for cartoon cats.
Well, whatever you said just totally disengaged our listener because he left. He or she left.
There he is singing again.
Yeah. There's one person holding on to dear life, and I think it's Chad on another website.
Yeah, another window open.
I'm hanging by a hair.
We got two then. Yeah, we got two.
I'm hanging by a fucking hair, people.
I wonder if one of them is John Wesseck and the other one's Jeffrey Fallon. So thanks for joining us. This is the week that was. We're going to go over the week that was at Oddball Magazine. We're going to start with Monday, July 28th.
Sorry, whoever dropped off. Sorry, baby.
Yeah, sorry, baby.
Sorry, baby.
Call back from in less than 5 minutes.
You must think this is Howard Stern. This is not Howard Stern.
He's not being renewed, and maybe we're not either.
We can't.
Were we ever nude?
Were we ever nude? Wait. Were we
let
ever
it go.
Nude? Yeah, let it go. Just let it go. Just
let it go.
Did we know that was going to sound like that? No.
No. Sorry, baby, out there.
I kind of sort of did, but didn't care as I was saying it.
How about them tariffs? Essay by Grady Van Wright.
All right.
How about them tariffs? Tariffs. What's up with that?
What's the deal with tariffs? It's not like they're coming from other countries. They're coming from American businesses.
Well, then we're not going to pay for them. No, not at all. Hey, why is my toothpaste $29?
The old bait and switch. Old Donnie's added that again.
Why is ice cream $12 for just one single person?
I had to put a loan out to get a pistachio.
We're going to charge computer chips 100% tariff. Why is my iPhone $3,000?
And why is my phone infected with porn? And
well, to be fair, your iPhone was $3,000 because you put it on a payment plan because you didn't want to pay the $1,200 up front, and now it's $3,000.
Actually,
it's simple Reaganomics.
That's the free upgrade that cost me $3,000.
Oh God!
Yes, but now I have Facebook and Twitter.
All right, we're gonna read the title of this.
Yep.
Yes.
And
Nope.
I'll read the title and the first couple of paragraphs. Merit, Mediocrity, and the Manufactured War on Universities. Subtitle: How Populist Politics Undermines Excellence and Elevates Resentment in Higher Education. The men in the administration were not proud. That was clear. They sat up in their suits, too large at the shoulders, too tight at the neck, and spoke in a way that made words sound like apologies. They did not smile when Harvard produced another Nobel. They barely blinked when MIT made fusion news again. They chewed ice from plastic cups and whispered things about wokeness like it was a weather condition. They were not proud. They were confused, and worse, they were afraid.
Nice.
The ivy drips with guilt.
That's the second one.
Yeah, very good. The universities were here before the administration. They were here before planets, before pasteurized milk, before America was embarrassed by its own thinking class. They were made from stone and sin and funded by men who owned too many railroads and not enough humility. They were named after other men who wrote in Greek and sometimes owned other men, but still, they were made to think. Now the administration wants them gone or changed or humiliated. They say, these are elite institutions. Of course they are. That's the point. And you can read the rest of that.
That's nothing to
Oddball
cough at.
Magazine. This is
Nothing
from,
to stop that either.
We have
July 28th.
So we start with Monday, which is like Bruce Wise Monday, and then we end with Bruce Wise Friday.
Can we have an official Oddball Magazine cough button?
I know, right? This is an essay by Declude Abuse. Declude. Ready, Gred, Van Rigidit. Anyway. No one knows what we're talking about because Bruce Wise like jumbles up his name.
He does. He writes in anagrams.
Aren't we at Ozzy's comic?
And we're on. She Who Laughs Last, Ozzy.
Ozzy.
With explanation.
Someone can read this. Someone can read this one. This is easy.
I'll
do the background music. All aboard! Dude.
Dual Metal Mall Generation X. Sharon, I admit I didn't understand your love for Ozzy back in the day. What's this? As I grew up, I learned more.
Crazy.
I can't read that. Come on. I am Iron Man. Come on. All aboard. It's the crazy station wagon. Millions of people living as foes. Maybe it's not too late to learn how to love and forget. To hate. Mental wounds not feel. So great. This is a good homage to Ozzy and about love. And there's
I hope that I live my life like Ozzy.
You mean you want to fucking snort ants up your nose?
I want to eat a bat's dick.
I want to.
Lives in her hometown of Cincinnati. Her comics
where she does a lot of comics and she hopes you read them. Let's go back to abridging the bios and let's go next. Thank you,
Ansco's comic from Cincinnati. Wah, wah.
Okay, now we got a poem by Jackie Oldham. Big fan of Jackie Oldham. I know her.
Who wants to read this one?
Tim?
Okay, I'll read this one.
Okay.
Now,
give me a chance. You read it then. I'll read the abridged bio.
With work from Edward Michael Spranowitz.
Now, very good. Now what? It's been such a hard, bittersweet year. Illnesses and deaths of family and friends. Relationships at crossroads as friends move on to their next adventure, leaving me behind. It's so hard to let go, to say goodbye to what felt safe and nurturing, affirming and uplifting, validating and purposeful. I no longer know where I belong. Nothing fits anymore. Nothing feels true. I revert back to childhood sensibility. Lucy Ricardo channeling Tulua Bankhead while feigning amnesia. She asked, "Who am I?" But as kids, my aunt and I, probably from some Warner Brothers cartoon. always emoted the line as, who am I? What am I? Where am I? Why am I? These are the questions I ask myself now. But there is no answer, only a maw of silence.
It's so hard to say goodbye to you.
Jackie Oldham is a poet, essayist, storyteller, photographer of clouds. She writes about anything and everything she cares about: politics, nature, the nature and the art of writing, the vagaries of aging, the wrestling with life and death. Edward Michael Scissorhands. Oh, sorry. Supranowitz. I just read that really fast. Edgar Michael Supranowitz is the grandson of Irish and Russian-Ukrainian immigrants. He's also a published poet who's been nominated for Pushcart Prize many times, and he's a wonderful pruner of
bushes.
pruner of bushes. He actually created the art out of your hedges.
He's like this close to Uma Thurman. He'll do anything for him.
Oh my God. Edward Michael Scissorhands. Oh my God. I'm going to suggest he goes as that one Halloween. If
And we've lost not only a listener, but
because he was the listener. Edward Michael Scissorhands was the listener.
Oh
my God.
All right, more comic spotlights.
Here we go.
Hoss. All right.
He's trying to write a letter.
Oh, he's a serial killer. He's writing like a note.
Yes. And he's a hell of a time to find out I'm dyslexic.
Oh God.
He is Hoss Taylor is a cartoon from Hebron, Maryland. He graduated from Salisbury University with a stake in art. His art and comics have been published in various literary magazines, both in print and digitally. Hoss can be found with his wife, Mrs. Hoss, and their daughter, Young Hoss.
I like the Hoss comic this week.
I like it too.
He's getting much edgier in his work lately.
That's good. I love it. It's funny stuff.
Right,
and now we have the poem by Dave Somerset, which unfortunately, because of a glitch and a stroke from me last week, I was not able to get the Jason Wright poem up.
Yeah, that's what it was.
The bad news is the stroke was caused by the Jason Wright.
By Jason Wright.
Yeah. Why can't you just send me a poem? Why can't you just write me a poem? I got the message when he did that.
Well, shit, man. I had to. You were sending me like scat guitar. I skip up, like.
I was
like, what were you doing? Like, what are you doing?
It was a jagged thought.
It was too jagged. Come on.
It was Mick Jagged. Mick Jagged's son.
I was Bo-jacking it.
And
it was like Mick Jagger after he tried to outdrink Keith.
Keith, wake up, Keith.
I was talking to Keith the other day. I said, Keith.
Keith.
Oh.
Keith.
Wake up, Keith.
Keith.
Oh,
I'm up.
There was a time that Mick and I tried to smuggle cocaine in Toronto.
That was the time that I had sex with David Bowie.
We didn't make it.
I came out with a bloody book a few years ago, and I just have no fucking idea when I wrote it.
I think I wrote it between breakfast and lunch.
Jesus.
Poem by Dave Somerset. Let's go.
All right, Dave Somerset. Do you want to read it?
I'll read it.
Go ahead, you read it.
No, Tim, you read it.
All right. Why a poem? Because I love Dave Somerset. Dave Somerset gives people a voice in Lynn, Massachusetts for Speak Up Poetry Night.
And you just saw him yesterday, didn't you?
I did. Why a poem? Because we could read nearly anything and not affected. Because we are unaffected for too long, we lose ourselves. Because just relying on the sunlight that reaches our retina is blindness. Because indifference to understanding is a plague. Because there is far too little music in the world. Because each journey around the sun is impossible. Because mere temporal pleasure is poverty. Because that pleasure can only numb our pain for moments. Because we know if we know it if we see it, but we can love it if we hear it.
I agree with everything except for I do believe there's a lot of music out there in the world. A lot of music, almost too much.
Yeah. Dave Somerset lives in Salem with his wonderful wife and small disagreeable dog. He writes and performs poetry, stories, and music at local open mics. That's there's the truncated version. Oh, there's
Nicholas Eugene Tonzola III.
the cage.
Quote, the impetus of this work dates to my learning of English. During a
Oh,
particular lecture,
Oh,
I learned
come
of the
on.
sand mandala tradition practiced by Tibetan monks. Creating a sand mandala consists of making intricate works of
oh,
art. When
Give him his kudos.
and you want to know something? I think this is still abridged.
Yeah, he's trying to bridge it. He's trying to
I
bridge
mean,
it, and Tim won't let him bridge it.
I mean,
It's a fucking Brooklyn Bridge, you know.
I mean,
But
Golden Gate
when
Bridge.
I think I had an orgasm when the word San Medulla came up. It's so exciting.
That's my word, Sam Mandula.
oh
And
god.
enter San Medulla. Isn't it?
Oh goodness. Yeah, well,
Next.
I mean, he did it to himself. That's a very long bio, and he's
He
a
did
killer
it to himself.
You know what
You
put
got
out
San
there.
Medulla, man, and it's your own fault.
All right.
Something's
When we
wrong
fuck
that
with your
guy.
bio, it's your own damn fault.
Yeah, I mean, if you're making if you're making
That
Tim
goes
lose
for
bio-
everyone except Ira Joel Haber, who's earned his. He's
Oh yeah,
70
Ira
years
Joel Haber
plus.
is he's a saint.
He's earned his words.
He's a
All
saint.
right. A dozen short poems. Holy shit, there's a lot of. Oh, it's not a dozen. Okay, I'll do this one.
Okay.
No, I know I did the last one.
I'll
Come
do
on.
this one.
Nice. A dozen.
I'll stand up for you.
It's not a dozen short poems. My mistake. It's a dozen short poems by Roberta Beach Jacobson.
Photography by our pal Edward S. Galt. Whether or not he said it, Confucius. Public portraits, my fingers trace the faces one at a time, crunching numbers into alphabet soup, mathematicians. She packs her dancing shoes, heads to Vegas. 1:24 a.m., clock hands on a pub crawl, floating around the office, hot air balloons, origami mine shaft, tunnels fold, gym day minding my Watson Mets, careful horses, the 401 takes my apple, safe under our water heater, countless spider eggs, other than red geraniums, nobody home, and you'll have to tune in for the rest of that to check out the rest of the poem.
There's only one more line.
I know that's the point. You're not supposed to tell them.
Got it.
I was being superfluous.
Nice. I thought I heard you say like 401k, but it's floral one takes.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Roberta
is
B.
beautiful.
Jacobson is a left-handed poet from Iowa who rescues cats. Free spirit. She rarely leaves the country and finds solace with nature. She's the flea keeper at Five Fleas Itchy Poetry.
Does that mean she's an editor? What is that?
She's an editor publisher. It's Five Fleas is an online journal that.
Is it just about cats and dogs?
No, it's about any short poem that you can get in there.
Nice. Mary had a little lamb whose fleas were white as snow. They were albino fleas. Hey, Bullwinkle.
Edward S.
Hey,
Galt is a
Rocky.
poet and fine arts photographer living in Brighton, Massachusetts. His work has appeared in Oddball, Spectrum, Wilderness House Literary Review, Interlude, Currents, and Encore.
The Casino.
Airhead and Other Poems was published in this year by Red and Green Books. Well, good. He deserves all of his praise. He's a great guy, Ed Galt.
Is Encore the casino?
No, I don't think so.
His work. It'd be great if his work appeared in the casino.
All right.
Wait, what else is Encore? Do you remember when Al from Happy Days would sell those Encore frozen dinners?
Well,
Yes.
He'd be like, honey, I'm home with this really a whole lot of shitty food from Encore.
Well, no, the whole thing was that the people who bought the food didn't have a family, and Encores are family-sized dinners. And the people are like, I don't have a family. And Big Al was like, oh, I do, and we love Encore. We'll be over tonight by 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very strange.
Hey, would you like lasagna, Fonzie? Hey.
And then Hungry Man just said, if you're a shut-in, like everyone else who eats Hungry Man, be a shut-in and eat Hungry Man, and Encore can go to the casino. What? And so it did.
How do you handle a hungry man? You have to be a manhandler.
Oh God.
I don't know, Tim. How do you handle hungry man? Go ahead, answer.
That was the commercial. I'm all into 70s pop culture tonight. It's how do you handle a hungry man? The manhandler. And it was a Swanson's deal. Like, if that's how you handle a hungry man, you might as well just kill him. Oh, great fried chicken. And this
Kill
chicken from the
do you
Swan.
want to read this poem by Karen Greenbaum, Maya?
Well, geez, who cares about my asthma? Okay, sure, I'll give it a shot.
It's very long.
Exactly.
The Hand That Rocks the Cradle movie.
Oh no.
I was going into. I didn't think we'd have a Rebecca De Mornay reference in this podcast, but here we go. Nothing is sacred. It's not the artistic career of-
See, I wanted to rename that movie "The Hand That Rocks the Inhaler."
Oh no.
He's like fumbling with the inhaler.
The hand that drops the inhaler, brought to you by
Swanson's Hungry Man Dinner. All right, let's do Stranger.
Okay. Jesus, dude. And
What's
props to
Stranger?
the art Dead of Night by Digby Beaumont.
Dig me, Figby.
I like Dig Me.
Stranger. I was an hour late, but he was still there waiting for me. Dark, solid, reproachful, sitting with the other Middle Eastern guys on the dark green floor of the light green hallway. Layers of paint muffling pitted concrete. Perhaps the building had been through the war. Walls half a meter thick called me Fräulein. He stood close enough that I could see his tiny pores. I had little German. He had less. The school of Deutschsprach for Ausländer, Naklar, US, and Persian. We were foreigners both. Invited me to tea, actual tea. His landlady brought us a tray with dark tea and Borenbot and butter and pectinated jam. He had a sunny room, floaty white curtains, a couch that was a daybed under a worn blue cover. I loved that coarse, dark Borenbot, but I refused it because I wasn't eating bread or meat that week. I'd lost 20 pounds in 3 weeks, eating only peaches for my first week. Peaches was a word I could remember, and there were actual peaches on the cart in front of me, and they were fragrant and juicy and so sweet. What do you eat then? He asked. Fruits and vegetables, I answered. No idea that I was prefiguring vegan or anorexic. He got up and wanted to kiss me. What kind of Persian girl in Persia would do that? Not this kind, and I wasn't even in Persia. I pulled away. I slipped away. I walked away down the dark hallway. The hallway was lined with mounted heads of rodents, rabbits, squirrels, also something smaller, serious little expressions, little heads on little plaques, rows and rows. Was it only 4 years later, my German degree behind me, heading into psychology, coffee and bagels at my clinical interviewing prof's new house, walls bare except for the rubber chicken mounted over his fireplace. What's with the chicken, Dr. Melman? I hunt. Never know if he was sincere or performing, and he never broke character. This guy, though, he just floods you with those off-the-wall bits and lip-synced Mighty Mouse. This guy doesn't even pretend. He outright has his people set up deep fakes for him. You got to marvel at the volume. People start walking out around 3:30. Can you blame him? It's a hell of a show, but it's been such a long night, and there's no sign of dawn.
Wow. So this is what I thought of when I thought of that. When he said Prof's house had mouses, heads, and stuff like that, I could not think of my old podcast host and friend Chris Everson, who went by the name Professor. I haven't been to his house in a long time.
The Professor in Rock Bottom.
Karen Greenbaum May is a retired clinical psychologist, former German major and restaurant reviewer, and 3-time Pushcart and Best of the Net nominee. Her work has appeared all over the place, and her collections include 3 chapbooks, Burrowing Song, Egg Satori, and Kafka's Cat, Kati Wampus Press, and the Book of Knots, and the Yuntine Kelsey books.
All right, enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
And it goes on.
She's a former German sergeant major.
And she has a lot of books under her belt.
Digby the Pygmy Belmont is a self-taught artist. His artwork has been published extensively in collaboration with writers of fiction, poetry, and music. His subjects include portraits, figures, urban scenes, and still lifes. Previously, as a textbook author, he has numerous publications, including international bestsellers. And his stories and poetry have been in more than 100 magazines, including the best small fictions. Ba-ba-da-burp.
Jealous ladies, and and that was a truncated bio from Tim. So good job, Tim.
Thank you.
Truncated. Jealous.
What the hell? Big me, the big me.
Digby Pygmy.
Pygmy the pygmy.
Pygmy Pygmy.
Oh God, he's gonna hate us. He's gonna hate
James,
Tim, actually. Tim came up
Just
with
me. I'm very hated as it is. I'm very much
that. Just
maligned.
send
much
all
hated
hate mail
person.
to 2deans@gmail.com, please.
Yes, correct.
Leave us out of it.
All right, fine. You can send that. We'll do reader feedback on our show
Yeah.
for my bios.
Oh, I think that's a great idea. I think you guys would have I'd love to see that actually. You just tearing up the bios of some of these people.
We'll have a whole bio. I've been telling you guys we need to have a bio show.
I think that's a really good idea. Actually, I think we should
You know what we call it? Biohazard.
Okay, all right. Let's see what you're putting down, and we can just keep an eye on bad bios, and then we'll just read them.
Biohazard.
Yeah. So next week will be biohazard. So this week, let's just try and
We have
find
James Van Loy.
Do you really think I want to tear apart our authors so that they never contribute again?
We're not.
That's
We're promoting our authors. We don't make fun of any of their work. We just promote our authors.
We just make fun of the bios, you goof.
Who reads the bios? Us.
Well, we read the bios, and I mean,
That's what you just said.
Sometimes the poet needs to experience a little humility. All right.
Well, I'm going to publish a textbook of just bios. I'm going to call it biology.
Yeah, that's gonna be a real hit.
Chad, you're up. James Van Loy.
Go ahead, Chad. Can't wait for your biology book. That's gonna be a real hit, Tim.
It's biology.
Seriously, man, Biodome was hanging so low as a fruit, and you couldn't.
Yeah.
How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up?
You just decide to waltz in and tear up all these bios.
Wrong reference. I'm doing a history of violence. You're doing Reservoir Dogs.
I'm doing Reservoir Dogs for the.
And you're just gonna decide out of the blue to change my reference mid-sentence?
Yeah, it sort of makes sense because if you kind of know, you know, and if you don't, you don't.
All right, James Van Loy.
Go ahead.
Fuck.
The same
No rest for the wicked, Mom used to say in her biblical tone, and I must be wicked in these days when it is harder and harder to find any rest. Walking in the darkness falls into cool of breeze that seems to be so stirred up by the setting sun as it slides on down the edge of the earth, and many insects raise the rhythmic cry as dense leaves exude a last gasp of oxygen-rich breath that heals and invigorates flesh and bone, that beats its so material motherly way across the spinning planet with all the great circulating oceans of air and water. Oh, the precious moisture that kisses our lips and sweet sounds of life in our ear.
James Van Loy, fixture of Boston Poetry, member Cosmic Spelunker, run poetry workshops, homeless people at Pine Street Inn. Van Loy leads Labyrinth Creative Movement, which his Labyrinth titled poems are based on. His work appears weekly in Oddball Magazine.
For the last 10 years. Crazy.
I read every other word of that bio just to
appease.
To truncate it.
Yeah, truncate. Nana Cormier, Bamboozle No More. Bamboozle No More, Our Stories.
Da-da-da-da, bamboozle.
Your world is as big or small as you want. Clicking on the oddest moments or years that blend in what's the least convenient here and now microsecond hand stories that are too often mistaken for yesterday that may or may not have already happened back then. Talking, shouting, whispering, clicking, unclicking, reclicking, bonding, separating, sharing, connecting random dots dispersed in all corners of the universe. Note how these leftover yesterdays seem to linger among many moments that are displayed in displaced micro moments among more whenevers and wherevers, hoping that an opportunity will present itself in half seconds and borrowed hours that will reappear and merge with dreams, pauses, nightmares, moments from another hour. And there's more to that. I think Tim.
I needed to call something.
I think Tim just had
Sorry. Jennifer Cormier is a painter, writes poetry and prose. Her column appears weekly on Oddball Magazine.
Don't forget she likes comedy and talking to strangers.
Oh God! Don't.
She gives comedy. She tells comedy to strangers.
That's comedy to strangers.
Don't talk to strangers. Don't talk.
Are you doing Rick Springfield?
Yes.
Ooh.
Don't talk comedy to strangers.
Strangers. Hey, two peanuts were walking down the street and one of them was assaulted. Two strangers.
Oh no. Personally, I prefer his song Bruce.
Bruce.
Rick Springfield actually wrote a song where, because he kept around the time, there was a weird time when people were confusing him with Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, really? That was a very weird time.
It was a very fucking strange time. And I was one of the people who did it. I'm like, wait, are these two the same people? What the fuck? And he literally had a song.
They had the same stylist.
I guess so, man. My name is Rick. I'm gonna hit you till you die. Oh God. So
I'm gonna hit you.
Yeah.
I like this one, Chad. An interview with Rudy E. Wellick.
Let's have you read it.
No, it's too long, but I like it.
Oh God.
Tim,
Then
you want
pick
to
your
read it?
favorite poem and come on. Let's take it.
Why don't you be Lib and I'll be Rue, and
Oh,
we'll
God.
go like that, okay?
What are we doing? Wait, what did I just get hooked into?
So this is Bruce Willis, all the way down at the bottom. It's an interview with two of his characters.
All right. All right. How far down do we go? Oh,
An interview with Rudy E. Wellick, Abs, by Lou Icarus Bede.
who do you want me to be?
You be Lib, I'll be Rue.
Right. We're here today with Rudy Wellick, Abs, to talk about his work. So, Rudy, tell us what you like in poetry.
Thick slabs of piping hot meat and lots of fat done well.
That sounds a lot like dinner, Rudy.
Yeah.
Could you elucidate?
I love a rich pork loin with muscles, spunk, and
Wait, it's poetry. That's not
that is buff like a tough son of a bitch. I'm not excited by the hangdog look. I do prefer verse by a stand-up guy.
That sounds like going to the gym.
Let's book.
Not yet. What writer do you like?
Well, I admire Plato quite a bit, and his work has lasted. Broadly speaking, it is good. He's not some power junkie, hunky jerk. He had ideals. He was the real bud.
Dana Plato? How did you see him? Rudy, in your mind?
I know this may not be a perfect pick, but I see him in a white chittens bind, surrounded by a gleaming white salt lick with silver streaming, falling all around.
That seems more like an angel or a god.
Yet his body's golden, pink, and brown.
Okay, but you seem to be rather odd.
I am, for his philosophy strove with the gods. He saw the beauty of the world. He sought the real and the true, not myth, and longed to have the good in life unhurled. No wonder Aristotle, searching for the best, became enamored of his thought.
That's amazing, Rudy.
And what's more, as Whitehead said, if I have not forgot, the safest characterization of all European philosophical thought is basically, it's a series of footnotes to Plato. The real article I long to drink the nectar of his prose, to play his lyre's wires in my life, to emulate the power of his pose.
You act like he's an antidote to strife.
He is. The rich veins of his lines are gold. The fine poetic figure that he draws are gorgeously memorable and bold. He forged a vision lasting eras, laws. I can embrace his work wholeheartedly.
I see that, but he must have flaws too. I'm sure you don't think he wrote perfect.
Of course he had his flaws. All of us do. He knew that, but there's little I reject. I do not like to focus on the blots.
Why not?
You missed the forest for the trees, but I admit that I'm tied up in knots attempting to retrieve his subtleties.
All right, who else do you admire?
His dialogues, though not as artful as, say, Aeschylus or Sophocles, his are prose analogues that are muscular, Fantastic, fabulous.
Whoa, Rudy Wellick, there you go again.
It happens when I think about his limbs. Although I know they only come from men, something about their movement is divine.
Hey, yo! You're some kind of nut, you are. What a knucklehead. When you get waxing on Plato, you fly. Slow down now, Rudy. He was not a star.
Oh yeah, he was.
Well, how can you say that? Why?
Because although he never may have been in any play or film, still he was quite an actor in the cosmos. He had skin, a stud whose words displayed enormous might and insight. He believed ideas real, and since then nothing's been the same. He made, you may say, an impression how we feel about the universe, how it's arrayed.
Let's leave that, dude. Now, let's get back to you.
Whoa, it's not all about me.
I know that's so, but after all, this is an interview with you. Why did you get your nickname, bro? Where did you get that nickname?
Do you mean abs? Lou Icarus Bede nods. No, you're supposed to nod.
Yeah.
This dude named Adam. One day on the track, I ran off from a bunch of teen seed pods, and ever since he said I had a six-pack, which isn't really true, but there it is. It's stuck. I wasn't going to go around prancing underwear to prove him wrong, not strip. I feel vulnerable when I'm unbound.
I hear that crude Abe Lewis has called you the poet of the gym. Do you agree? Perhaps a poet of the gym. It's true. I like to write about athletic deeds, which is one reason I admire Pindar. Now I'm not near as fine as Pindar was. Now he was something else. He went so far, I'm only writing briefs. He spanned eras. Like Isiad el Workub, whose Thesian was Epiline out of Chiltoric. Fuck you. By the way, Master B.S. Julian Acrui said that my verse and sense was stark.
Well, we can all write little epics.
True.
What do you think what the space spanned?
Hey, we
Guess
just...
what was B.S. Eliot Acrue up to?
Oh, hold on, that's my line.
Oh.
What do you think about his space scan? Just what B.S. Eliot Acrue up to?
He tried to clean up the wasteland, I think.
That's an impossibility.
No duh.
No one is that pretentious.
Oh, well, anyway, let us get back to me.
Who are you, anyway?
A solo soul who's trying hard to be a real man.
You mean like Collodi's Pinocchio or Shakespeare's Hamlet?
Though it's hard to spin, that is exactly what I like to show time and again, though I'm no Hercules.
No kidding, man. I think you're about to have as much chance as a snowball in Hades.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Don't pout. Hey, come back. I have a lot more questions to ask you. You maniac, you silly ass Achilles. Rudy Rude. That needs to be truncated.
Yeah, that needs to be truncated a little bit. Maybe we should go back and read it again. Lou Icarus Bede is a new millennial poet and literary critic. Wow, that's the best. I didn't expect that to be that long, but well done.
It was well done. So
what a kick in the.
You stepped on my line.
Nice way to channel Nick Nolte, Jason.
Thank you. I was actually kind of thinking of the guy from that alien in Men in Black, who's like kind of a guy. He's an alien and he looks like a farmer. And then like they pull his
Wait, the guy who gets taken over by the bug?
Yeah. That's who I was going for.
Oh, war. My kids need to eat. You know, like, yeah, oh god.
I was channeling that guy. That's what I was channeling.
All right. We got Mike.
I can't we can't go any further.
We can't. No, we cannot.
That's the following week. Can you just actually the preview of next week show the Stromboli on a pillow?
What? Oh god.
Stromboli.
And there we leave it. A Stromboli on a pillow.
It's a sausage on a pillow.
So that's what we leave you with. A sausage on a pillow. In
a sausage roll. It's like a Stromboli on a pillow is like a sausage party.
Sausages on a
pillow. I think that's what he's going for.
I think so. Well, you imagine, like, if that's a real photo, the grease stain that was left on that pillow.
Oh, what if that pillow is a workup? What is that? What if that's an antique pillow? Or what if that's just his grandmother's pillow or something?
Yeah, I think
it's a prop. Much like the way Cookie Monster didn't eat real cookies, but they were rice cakes with food coloring because the oils from the cookie would have ruined the puppet.
Absolutely.
And then he became
childhood ruined.
And then he became like Veggie Monster. Like that just, I mean, how woke.
He did?
Yeah. It got really woke. He got canceled
Hamburger was woke.
Okay, you're bullshitting me.
No, you're talking about Cookie Monster.
I mean, he did fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Fruit salad, good.
There was a point.
Arugula is so good.
Me like melon.
Oh God.
Oh, no, I have cookie. Now I have only 1 foot.
Brussels sprout makes me fart.
Sesame Street no has good place for avocado.
Now I only have 1 foot from too many cookies.
Hey, Cookie Monster.
So that's it. That's how we do it. The week that was at Oddball Magazine.
That
Thank
was
you.
a week.
That's how we get our audience to dwindle to zero every fucking
It's kind of like a ticking time bomb. Right now we got 1. Thank you very much for listening. 1 million.
1 is
1 millionth of the viewers we pretend to have.
1 percentage of the viewers.
It rounds up to 1 million. That one.
All right, Chad. What's going on with you? Where can we find you? Relevant
Steel
links. All
Soups
that?
feature is going to be announced for next week. I'm going to be at the Boston Poetry Marathon on Saturday the 16th and Sunday the 17th of August. We have over 100 poets slated to go. Should be a lot of enjoyable moments, including some celebrations of poets who are no longer here.
That's enjoyable.
Yeah. And then me and Tim are both gonna be reading there too. So that
Yeah. So, do you filled all the slots, Chad? Are you looking to?
We're still working on that. We have to get Carol Weston's hopefully solidified.
I'll read at 4 and at 7.
I'll read it 4 and
The
7.
family is so flaky. It's like I thought the flakiness came from
Marathon.
Carol's genius.
I'm gonna read
What's
from
your excuse?
10. I'm gonna read from 10 in the morning till 10 at night, straight through.
I'm gonna filibuster this bitch.
And
I will filibuster this harlot of a bill with a recitation of all my correspondences I almost wrote to Anne Sexton, but ended up not sending because I was so embarrassed to even be in the presence of her writer's desk.
Stop using Sexton the weapon.
And Tim, where can we find you, buddy?
All right. So first of all, I just recorded a great dire literary series with Michael Martoni, and he does a lot of name dropping and talks about David Foster Wallace and Seamus Haney and some really cool folks. So that's a good must listen to. There's the Two Dean podcast, which drops every Monday, sponsored by Capital One.
Yeah, right.
Listen to it. Who wants your money? Who wants your wallet?
I don't know, a couple of condoms.
No, the homeless guy wants your wallet. Who wants your money, Capital One? The homeless guy. Anyway, so that's the Two Deans, and I'm playing. Oh, by the time this drops, you won't know that I'm playing music. So
I'm gonna get this out by Sunday. So
I'm gonna be. So I would have already played a musical set at the Walnut Street Cafe on Sunday night, and I'll be at the Poetry Marathon Saturday afternoon, and I'll be reading some poems from these new orbs.
And I'm going to be
Very good.
later on in that afternoon. I know a guy, and he got me into the Boston Poetry Marathon this year. Appreciate it, Chad.
Ever since they let the new guy on, the whole thing's been turned to shit.
Well, we'll get. I can probably find some poets for you if you need some poets.
Well, I'll let you know. I have
Just
some.
open
We have a short list.
That was a blow up. Don't worry, we'll let you know.
Trust me, you can just throw a scone and you'll find 6 poets.
Excuse me. How did my job interview go? We'll let you know.
Just open up the thing.
Camel Wolf ass.
Oh, I'd like to read. Can I read?
We'll let you know. I am the Marion of the Poetry Marathon. Excuse me, I have 17 chapbooks. Silence!
My book is being worked on right now, which is great. It's called Growing Up and Down. I designed it already. That's great. And
going downhill.
Also, I just got to plug Tim's book, Shadows of the Scene.
I got my copy here this past weekend.
I haven't read the whole thing yet, but it's keeping me entertained.
Hoping to grab it soon.
All right, put up reviews if you've read it. We always use reviews. Any stars that you like, doesn't matter to me. Just review.
Yeah. And if you and we don't really talk about Tim's podcast, but go check out Tim's podcast and be a part of Tim's podcast. If you email him, if you have a disaster date
Yep, and also for show feedback, it's at the2deans@gmail.com. You can even use the feedback from this show. If I messed with your bio, you got a chance to mess with me. That's all I got to say.
I hope someone just rips you apart for taking them down a peg on the Oddball Show.
Well, that email address
Let's
is
listen to feedback directly from me, Tim.
the 2deans get ripped a new asshole at gmail.com.
.org.
.org.
Okay, well that's been the Oddball Show. Thanks guys for joining me at this late hour, and keep reading Oddball Magazine, and we're only making fun of your bios, people. We're really not making fun of you that much. We love your content. Thank you very much for being part of Oddball Magazine. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Tim.
Cool.
And we'll see you real soon.
See you next time.
See you next time.
They're gonna take
The Oddball Show and the Oddball Foundation is dedicated to mental health advocacy through art.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oddball Show features content intended for mature audiences. If you'd like to view a content warning before listening, please check out the episode description. The views put forth by our hosts and our guest reflect the speaker's opinions and not the official stance of Oddball Foundation. Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoy the show.